Welcome to Matt Holman Golf. I thought I'd take a look at Jon Rahm today, the Spanish sensation, an amazing amateur career. I think he was the only player to win 2 of this sort of Ben Hogan Award for Best College Player. He's now obviously turned professional, 1 on the PJ Tour this year, 1 in Europe. A big guy, sort of 220 pounds, 6'3" and it's a short, abbreviated swing. It's a nice technique. Tends to get the club face a little closed at the top, but he's just an incredibly powerful guy. And with this footage, I've got his TrackMan numbers, and he's sort of getting around 99 mile per hour club head speed with a 6-iron, which we're looking at here, and he was carrying these sort of 210-ish, 225 totals with a 6-iron, which is pretty good going. So but we can start on the right hand side. What I like about his swing, very simple golf swing, still creates lots of power. I think just generally his size and strength is a lot of where his distance comes from. He's also very good at being able to hit up on the ball with a driver, so we'll see that. So with this 6-iron ball, it's a little head of middle. He tends to, I think, again on the TrackMan, he was a couple of degrees path out to in with a matching face. So the face was, we had 2 degrees out to in minus, and then the face was about 1 degree open to that path. So very small fade as his stock shot. Grip wise, if we take a look at that left hand grip, relatively weak left hand, and I think we see his tendency to get that club face too closed at the top, and he's sort of a shut to slightly open hold fader of the golf ball. I think that left hand grip there just stops him getting that club face too closed. A little bit of pressure into his right side, very stable at the lower body. I mean, this is really as orthodox as he gets. Very, very good width, plenty of stretch there. Not too much setting going on early, and we tend to see that in players that get the club face slightly closed. So we can look at him now from down the line. Again, a simple look in takeaway. The camera is a little bit too far to the right here, so we can't be too precise on exact alignment. I think he's aiming a little bit right of where the camera's set up to. So slightly hands in club out look. Got some angle in the leading edge of the club face. Not a massive amount of set, and we really see that because through this right wrist starts to want to close the club face there, and really in all these players we see with a very closed, bowed left wrist, cupped right wrist, the swing's always going to tend to be short. We see that, say, players like Poising over the years. So I think if he had more cup in the wrist, more set, of course it'd be a longer golf swing. I think he's certainly not a player that needs that. We looked at someone like a Justin Thomas, a small guy, maximising all the power and speed he can out of his swing. I think Jon Rahm, in theory, a little longer, a little more cup. I'm sure he could hit this ball even longer, but he needs to also find the golf course. So he has this sort of short, wide look, which I really like on right hand side. Fantastic width, excellent pressure forward, and a very simple, orthodox look for the ball. Plenty of shaft lean. Again, now from down the lines, he reaches sort of halfway down. A very synced look through the knees, arms through the middle of the body, shafts largely on plane. Now it just starts to fall and points just above the golf ball. And now he just starts to turn around that point. The handle comes in quite nice and low. That right foot stays very quiet there. And now it will start to work back left, but he definitely, after he sort of swung left through impact, which we see about this point here, and he's hit his little fade, definitely a little bit more now. That right hand rolls over the left, it extends down the target line a little bit more. But that one frame sort of post impact, still managed the club face. There's no big rolling over there. And again on the face on now, we can see a little bit more roll over, right hand over left late in the swing, but a really big full turn. So just very briefly look at the driver, have the same synced views. So again, he, you know, very strong, tall, big guy, really maximises distance. He's able to hit up on the ball about 5 degrees. That will really maximise distance. So he's 117 mile/hour club head speed. It's a very good speed, but he's actually also able to swing 5 degrees up in terms of the angle of attack. So he's maximised every last bit of distance actually out of this drive, and it ended up a 315 total and a carry, sorry, and a 350 total. So a couple of things that he's doing to enable himself to hit up on the ball. Teed this one up quite high, above half a ball's width. He gets that chest nicely behind the shot there. We want to watch we don't do this too much, but certainly that adjustment by chest leaning back a little bit more, a slightly higher tee beg, the hands a little bit more behind the ball, which he's doing here. Good pressure and bump into the right side, and what you'll see with the driver, you're going to see more shift off with the upper body. He still has that short swing look. Maybe he's going to hang a little bit more behind it, yeah, that we see here, because he still has some shafting there, so he needs that chest to hang back and he needs that handle to go up through the hit to enable him to swing up on the ball. So again, from down the line, similar look as the iron. It's a wide look, it's a short look. He has that bowed look for the wrist. Really nice pressure down now. The arms fall through the middle of the body. And, you know, gets that handle working quite low. Now the right foot starts to come off the ground, but not too much. And where he swings up on the ball, he actually still swings slightly left and just to hit a very long, powerful, small fade.